agent. This is the area we need you to stabilize.
Safe area detected.
I heard something.
You have to move fast, Agent.
Shut up and take it.
System disrupted. System restored. Reinforcements incoming. Incoming hostiles detected. Heavily armored hostile detected. Hostile detected.
Hit me down! I got one right over there. I have it in my sight. On the flank! Put this shit out! Stop back up! Shit! Can't move!
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Agent, I'm picking up radio chatter. Sounds like Black Tusk has sent in an elite kill squad. Be careful.
Vital signs critical. Reinforcements en route. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Heavily armored hostile detected. Heavily armored hostile detected. Heavily armored hostile detected. Friendly control point nearby.
Eyes up, Agent. Black Tusk kill squad on site. Looks like you annoyed somebody.
My head!
Not dead? I'll hit them again. On the flank!
We'll push them back! Bad luck. Almost failed!
Kill squad eliminated.
Fulfill that one!
System malfunctioning. System reactivated.
Right there! Reinforcements incoming.
Incoming hostiles detected. Heavily armored hostile detected.
On the minigun! Cover me!
Heavily armored hostile detected. Heavily armored hostile detected.
Well, three control points. That should yield a pretty good number of transceivers. I'm not really used to this environment. I've only done this one, I think, twice in Retaliation. It's not a zone I spend a lot of time in, so it was a little harder than I expected it would be, but, you know, this assault event is definitely giving the edge. Definitely. Yeah, but this should be enough as far as the transceivers goes to build the Vindicator. That one I think is the one I'm probably going to go for the the big
And now for
horn,
something completely
I
different.
might do that
Here's some
too.
music.
I'm considering that, but I don't know. I might wait for the next
You secured the area. Thank you,
global to
Agent.
put that together. Okay, so 448. Okay. Yeah. Ann Arbor. Yeah, not bad. That's a pretty good haul. Now let's go take a look. This is the last few hours of this event, so I'm gonna have to see what's coming up next. But I believe I have enough now. Can find out by looking at the bighorn. Yep. Oh yeah. I mean, damn. I've almost got 20 freaking more than I even need. So yeah, that was a lot. This is definitely the time to be doing retaliations and racking up, racking up these resources as quickly as possible. I just need the rifle alloy. That's it. Let's see. So rifle alloy would be 10 per bundle and 500, 135, 100. So I actually should have enough to be able to build it.
Should really find time to clean and oil these tools. Don't want them to get rusty.
Let's see if that's enough. And what I like about the Vindicator, one more I've got to do, is it's like a scoped rifle. Most of these rifles are actually, they're not scoped. They have like iron sights or you can't zoom in. And that's what I'm used to with rifles is the 30% headshot damage from the CQBSS scope. So that's what I'm used to playing with. And that's going to make this a little bit more familiar to me. The bighorn I hear is very cool too, and I do have most of the components I need to do that. But if you look at it this way, I only need 31 after this to get to that, and I can rack that up in 2, maybe 3 retaliations after this event. So I'm gonna stick to my plan and go with the one that I have my eye on, which is the Vindicator, and
Feels so good to sit down.
got it.
Back to killing
Badass. Oh, goodness gracious. Look at that. It's not God roll, but it's almost. And it has the rate of fire attribute, which, as everyone who uses rifles knows, is very useful, especially with an MDR type rifle, which already has a pretty good cyclic rate, almost 400 rounds per minute. That's pretty decent. Let's go take this baby for a whirl and see what it feels like. Excuse me. Alright, so since it's a scoped one, let's see what it feels like on named enemies. Yeah, between 3 and 500. It was 600. I mean, my low end, I'm looking at 300,000. And then if I slow it down to single shot, just a real quick hit, I mean, it's between 6 and 8. It's not showing me the register on an enemy because, you know, I'm not out in the world, but this weapon, when zoomed in on an enemy, will show, it'll highlight a weak point. And then when you hit that weak point, it will then give you amplified damage. That's what the talent is. Let's reread it. I looked it up on Google. So while scoped, the weapon will highlight a random body section of each enemy. The weapon amplifies damage by 60% to highlighted body sections. So that's pretty cool. And I'm guessing it does it across, you know, a straight line across the body. So it could be like, you know, the groin, the stomach, the chest, the upper leg, the lower leg, you know, the head, whatever. And it has pretty good control. And this build I'm using isn't even an accuracy and stability build, but it actually has pretty good control. It feels good. It has a lot more recoil than, you know, than the UIC 15, but it's good. If you hit that trigger just very light and quick, it does a single shot. Let's see what it feels like on here on elites. So about 1 magazine per elite. Yeah. Yeah, about 1 per elite. It's not bad. You know, Pestilence is always going to be my go-to for my heaviest hitting builds when I'm getting into legendary missions and or legendary like strongholds and higher escalations. But this is nice. It's interesting. If I do a serious amplified rifle build, like the one I put together for the video I made when I got the Ravenous, like we could actually take a look. It's the American Rifleman build. And let's switch this and see what it feels like with a serious amplification to rifle damage. Yeah, much harder hitting. It's got a quick reload also. So this and maybe a magazine increase. You know, this weapon with, let's see, I can't really trade on Eagle's Grasp because I need that handling and I need that rifle damage. And I get a little magazine size there. Damage to target out of cover is good. Obviously, I need the rifle damage. I could switch to Brazos. This has Unbreakable on it. So I could switch to Brazos. If I do that, I'm still keeping my armor, I believe. And I get the additional headshot damage from Punch Drunk and the stability, which I definitely need. If I'm running 60% stability and it has that much recoil, 70% stability, and it has as much recoil as I felt, then this thing would be all over the place without at least 70. So as far as the true stability, I'm guessing the true stability is, yeah, is pretty crappy. But yeah, it definitely is a hard hitter, and within the constraints of stability and accuracy, that gives me these two. Well, that gives me these two, the knee pads and the vest that I can change to a gear set that gives me like Brazos. All right, so I would make sure one Brazos is weapon damage to maintain pretty much the same weapon damage, even though I'd lose the damage to target out of cover. But a bigger magazine with this would be pretty important. And then there's other brands, of course, like tipping scales. I could do tipping scales, and that would give me just one piece of tipping scales would give me that additional magazine size. So I could do Royal Works. Yeah, so that's something I'll have to mess with, but I'm glad I got it, you know. It's a cool rifle.